Hey there, besties. Welcome to Girly Pop Probs with K and L. We are your hosts, Kelly
and Laurel.
and we are so happy you're here. Hello, you guys. Happy Monday.
Hello.
We are here, like we said, we are going to be doing some nighttime recording. So we're here, comfy, cozy.
Yes. So
Here,
cozy.
I went all the way out. I'm like, get ready with me, headband, PJs. Laurel's in her PJs. We're ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah. I would have been in my actual Kelly PJs if I knew that you were going to be in your PJs.
Sorry.
Well, no, it's okay because I was like, I'm in sweats and stuff, which is fine. But then I was like, you never know if you have to stop somewhere. I get anxiety.
This makes me think of my birthday.
I know. I get anxiety.
Or not my birthday. What
Galentine's.
That's what it was.
Anyways, y'all, I'm weird. That's all.
I'm not always about going into stores in my PJs.
If I'm with someone doing it.
Yeah, true. Solo running into a store with your PJs on is different.
Sweats, I don't care.
Yeah. Well, cheers to a long week. Yes, it's Monday when you're hearing this. Oh, I should take a sip.
Mm-hmm. We're sitting down with a drink tonight.
Yes, we're sitting down with a drink tonight. We don't always get the PM version of us.
Yeah,
but
y'all are getting the uncensored.
Literally the after dark.
Yeah,
K&L.
bro. Yes. Okay, I was eating a Reese's peanut butter cup in the car because Cody brought me some home the other day.
Oh.
And I just noticed I had chocolate all over me.
Oh, I love that.
Love that, guys.
I was looking at my arm after I did all my skincare, and I realized I had makeup swatches all over down my arm because I was trying out different makeup options.
It'd be like that.
That pale girl life. It's really hard to match your complexion.
So
Summer, can you be here? Today, we were kind of teased with the last 2 days.
Yeah.
Teased with a pre-summer weather type thing. It was today I think I got up to 81 or 2 or something like that.
The thing that I can't stand though is the gnats. Because it feels great outside, but the gnats come out and it's so many of them, you feel like you're constantly swatting them away. Mm-hmm. And that drives me nuts.
Yeah, I haven't experienced that part yet, but I also haven't really been off to enjoy the weather. Yeah. Today I was off, and I was telling Laurel and Jenny that I stretched outside at the gym and cooled down outside because there's a turf mat in front of the gym. And it was so nice. Honestly, I felt like I got some weird stares, but I didn't really care. Because, I was doing stretches, so booty in the air, arms on the ground, But I didn't even care. It was just so beautiful outside. I couldn't pass it up. So.
No, good for you.
Yeah. But, this week, Tyler and I are celebrating our 4-year wedding anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. We have some nice massages scheduled on Thursday. And then honestly, we don't know. We don't know what else we're going to do. We took the day of, obviously, and the day after off. So we'll see. I don't know. I thought about doing a little bit of what he likes to do and what I like to do on Friday. But I'm also fine with kicking at the house, drinking a bottle of wine, playing some Mario Kart.
That's fun. Yeah.
I'm kind of in between right there.
Yeah.
Because originally I was thinking we could go golf in the morning and then I could be let's go to honky tonk. Oh darn.
Oh darn. I've been really hankering for some.
I have two.
Just so you know.
We gotta get it on the calendar.
We do, bro.
But yeah. Anything exciting going on for you this week?
Y'all. When I say uncensored, y'all are getting uncensored tonight.
I should have grabbed another drink.
TBH, yeah. Do you remember when people would post on Facebook TBH, my status for a TBH? I don't know why that just brought that up to me.
No, literally, anytime my Facebook gives me memories, I die because I'm asking for people. I'm asking for people to ask me for my to be honest.
Or a rate. Oh, but you know what's funny is because my Facebook got hacked 2 years ago. No.
Yeah, I was going to say longer than
that. It was almost 4 because Jax was a baby.
Yeah.
But anyways, I made a new Facebook and I lost all my stuff. Now I think it's back, but I don't want to log into it because I have so many friends. you know, when you're in high school, you add like 500 people you don't know. So now my actual Facebook is very like people I know and people I talk to, whatever. But it's funny because I saw, like, I would always see that stuff. Now I'm blessed with not having to see it. And the unfortunate side is the people that were getting my TBHs still probably see it.
The rates are crazy.
The rate is crazy.
Because I was like literally asking for people to like either, depending on the rate me or rate them.
Yes, bro. How embarrassing.
It's so embarrassing.
Anyways, it's been a long week. All of that to say, I am exhausted, like emotionally and physically. It's just been okay. So like the last like 2 weeks have been a lot, right? It's Monday, so I'm not necessarily feeling it today. The last 2 weeks have been a lot. I actually, y'all are gonna hate this one. Stay tuned. Just kidding.
I'm like loving this. Maybe we need to move to PM recording.
Let us know.
Yes.
Y'all are gonna hate this. I like quit my job.
Yeah, she did.
So like, you know, I've only been there for 2 months. But long story short, as I've kind of mentioned in the previous catching up with K&Ls the last few weeks, was like Jax, we've been having a hard time with him, and I came to the conclusion that I'm not going to have much time longer till he's in like actual school. So like there's like 4K when he starts 4K, then he goes to kindergarten, and then it's until he graduates high school, you know? And so like I'm never going to get this time back with him, and he really needs extra time right now. And so if I realized like priority wise, I need to prioritize him, and I need to like get him into like some therapy and, you know, some sports, and really pour into him over the next couple months. And then we're going to go from there. Hopefully he'll be in 4K in August. We have his meeting at the end of this week, guys, Friday, to hopefully get him into 4K. We will find out in June, so I'll keep you guys updated with that.
That's crazy. That's so long.
It's so crazy. But being Jax, who like does have like ADHD and like all the things, which we're like in the process of like evaluations and stuff like that too. So I'll take you guys along this journey with me also, just because it is something so relevant in my life right now.
Well, yeah, and I think you poured out like to other people asking for like advice and stuff, like on like one of our local Facebook pages for moms, and the responses you got made you feel like you weren't alone.
Yes.
And I think that's a great thing to bring here to our community. Like, I think that's awesome. You should.
It is like, it's an isolating feeling when your child doesn't fit like the social norm, right? Doesn't fit into the mold of like what people think that kids should be like. And it's hard and it's isolating. It's like feeling like you're not alone. And I'm sure there's at least one mom listening to this right now that has felt that way. Please feel free to reach out. I'd love to chat. Always here to chat. But yeah, I want to just take you guys along the journey with me, because it's going to be a learning curve, and for us as parents, but also like for him. And I just want to set him up for success. At the end of the day, I want to do what's best for him, and that's that. So yeah, I quit. Back to being a stay-at-home mom.
That was fun. You tried it. Gave it the good old college try, if that's what they call it.
2 months, you know.
But, you know, I think it taught you a lot about how much time you have in the day, you know, like, and how to prioritize yourself within those hours, like that you, when you go to work, you know, like, all right, the extra hours you have, like, what do you have left to, you know, give?
Yeah. And I think, I know like the Lord like had placed me there for a reason, and like for this season, for now, you know, this is just where it is. And like, I have a lot of peace about it. A lot. I had a lot of anxiety for the last couple weeks about it, and was just like, God just gave me like an overwhelming sense of peace over the last couple days before quitting, and was just gave me like answers. And so I feel good. Like, I feel good. I'm sad to leave, like, my coworkers and stuff, because I did gain, like, 2 great friendships and stuff. And so, like, but we'll keep in touch. Like, it's, and it'll be good, So I'm glad, like, it was a very healthy goodbye or a see you later or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're at peace with it. And honestly, had you never taken the leap to, like, pull them, if you rewind to a few weeks ago, she pulled them out of their preschool and, had you never done that and then brought them to your work and all these things, like, maybe you would have never learned these things or realized, like, maybe that was God's plan. Like, hey,
100%.
you need this, like, you need to realize that your son needs you.
I literally told my boss that. I was like, I think that it was like a God thing of, like, this is what I was supposed to do. So I could see, and I could see it firsthand of what was happening.
Right.
There. So it was as exhausting as it was good. And I think God knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And here we are.
He always has a plan.
Yeah, he does. So here we are.
Well, cheers to you being able to hang out with me on my days off.
Right?
You no longer have to work on my days off.
Literally. But, so, like, prior to this, the kids were in, like, preschool.
Yeah.
Now I have them full time.
Yeah.
It'll be good, though.
Yeah, honestly, I think it'll also, maybe they'll get used to being, like, together with you, too, and it'll maybe get easier for you to juggle both of them. Like, on outings or whatever the case may be.
And I do want to get Eva into something, even if it is, like, 3 days a week still. Closer to where we live, so I don't have to drive 35 minutes every single day.
Right, yeah.
Because I am tired of that.
And because Jackson's going to be going to school near your house.
In August. Yeah, exactly.
Like, so there's no need to try to get her into a school that's not near there to then,
No. So, yeah, I'm hoping to, like, in the next maybe couple months, and then I can really hone in and focus on him right now, just because he does need it. And she does great at school. Like, great. So, and she loves it. So it'll be good for her to have, like, her own personality also.
Yeah, like my brother doesn't go here,
Exactly. So.
Aw, little chicken nuggies.
Well, as it's Kelly and Tyler's anniversary this week, we are doing an Advice with K&L anniversary edition.
Yes.
Cue the claps. We don't know that.
I think I probably do.
You probably could figure it out.
But yeah, so we're going to kind of kick it off and talk about some anniversaries, because what a better week.
Yeah.
So do you want to start or do you want me to start?
You go ahead, girl.
Oh, the pressure. All right, let's see here. All right, I'm going to start with my husband forgot our anniversary. Hi, everyone. I need some advice. I've been with my husband since 2008. We were high school sweethearts. We have a 5-year-old daughter together, and this past Sunday was our 16-year anniversary. Wow. And, well, he forgot. I told him happy anniversary at noon, and gave him his gift. He didn't say anything until after he said thank you, and he told me to think about where I want to go for dinner. Not until later, he told me he just wanted to go to dinner, just him and I. I told him, no, I'm good, because I'm upset with him that he forgot our 16-year anniversary. He's an amazing dad, but a shitty husband. I told him I feel like he doesn't love me anymore, and he said he doesn't know why he's like this, and he prays for God to change him soon. We don't do dates anymore. He's not affectionate. We're not intimate. At this point, we're just basically friends. I don't know what to do. He's pushing me away, and he really hurt me. I know he's battling depression, but man, I feel like he's taking me down with him. Anyone been through anything like this or have any advice? What should I do? Because I feel like I'm just checked out of my marriage at this point. Well, it's hard because I want to say, like, we all forget things every once in a while. You know, like you know when you, like, see that old couple in public and they're like, oh yeah, how many years have we been married? And I'm like, too many to count. I don't think 16 is that, but, it's hard because I'd be upset with my husband too if he forgot our anniversary. But it sounds like you guys have other things going on in your marriage. Like for me, I don't know how long like this has been going on, like the no intimacy and the no like communication and feeling like just like friends or roommates or whatever. But I feel like if it's been going on for a long time, there's other things that are feeding into that, because if my husband forgot, I'd probably be upset for a few weeks and probably move on. It's not like he made plans and like completely forgot, you know? I don't know. That's kind of like where I'm at. I think that we all make mistakes. We're all human, but
y'all should just figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
There's probably, more deep-rooted issues than that.
Right. And like you said, he's going through depression and stuff like that. So like that definitely could be part of it. But you also can't make excuses for the situation. So I understand how you're feeling in that regard. But yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah.
I feel you though. That sucks.
Yeah, that does.
It's like, when are you supposed to stop reminding your spouse when your anniversary is? Like a few weeks ago, I was like, oh yeah, don't forget our anniversary is coming up. And like this year's like the year of like blooming flowers or something like that. And like we're going to try to plant an orange tree. And but I had to remind him like that was my subtle reminder. Like, hey, don't forget this year's year 4.
Yeah.
This is what our present's supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like we're always reminding them something.
I mean, of everything in life, but
yeah.
But every once in a while, you just want them to remember something, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And after 16 years, he should remember. I'm sorry. Anyways.
Period.
So mine says, my boyfriend who got me a collection of gifts last year for our 1-year anniversary only got me flowers and took me out to dinner for our 2-year. I, on the other hand, got him a pretty nice watch. I definitely spent more on our anniversary, and I'm disappointed that he didn't even think to get me a gift. I'm super grateful for the flowers and dinner, but is it greedy of me to be disappointed that I didn't get a gift? The only reason I wanted to do this one is because I feel like we do this a lot.
Yes.
Like where you like don't want a gift, but you do want a gift, and you don't want to like say you want a gift, but at the end of the day, you want a gift.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all are only dating. You're not husband, wife, right? I feel like my husband and I, for our anniversary, like we don't really do gifts for each other. We'll do like an experience or like whatever. Like we'll go to dinner, we'll go out of town or whatever. We'll stay at a hotel for a night, just like a staycation. Like we do that kind of stuff. I feel like he'll get me flowers and stuff too. And like we do cards. But, like I don't think we really get each other gifts for anniversaries.
Mm-hmm.
But I know other people do. I feel like when you're dating, I feel like people do get each other gifts more.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's just...
I don't know. Like, I mean, we do gifts, but ours is also like backed by like ideas. Like, it's not like, what do you want currently? It's like, you know, first year is paper, and then there was something else, and then there's leather, and now it's like planting or like flowers.
Yeah, and that it's like 7 year, or how many years is that?
For planting a flower?
No, for the, like what year you get each other gifts. Like how many years does that go on for?
I think it's 10 or something.
Yeah. Because
I think year 10's diamonds or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think.
So like,
I don't know.
That kind of stuff I've heard of plenty. Like
right.
The ones that, it's like specific things, like the leather, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But
just like, what do you want?
Like, for instance, my little sister, her boyfriend, every anniversary, like, gets her so many gifts. And I'm like, she's spoiled.
Yeah, I was going to say, literally took the words out of my mouth. We love you, Caitlin, but...
You're spoiled.
I was literally going to say, definitely the spoiled sister out of all of them. and Nick, she knows it.
And he is, like, amazing to her, though.
Yes.
Like, you know, he knows what she likes. And so, like, I think, anyways, all of that to say, I think it just depends on your relationship. I definitely think Cody did get me stuff for our anniversaries, but like when we were dating, but
you have to set the expectation.
Correct.
if you don't want to be disappointed. So like Laura was saying, like they don't do gifts because they've set that expectation for themselves. or for each other. But if you are expecting a gift like that every year, then you need to set the expectation. So like prime example, Tyler and I used to not really do Christmas because, you know, we were a little brokey at one point in our life. And now we've set the expectation. We've set a budget. You know, we've done all the things. And because we're in a state of life where we can support each other and surprise each other. But you have to tell them and you have to set that expectation. You both have to agree
100%.
as well.
Yeah, and I think it is hard when like they've done 1 year where they got you a lot of things, y'all never talked about it, and then the next year flowers and dinner. But I don't think you probably communicated like, I got you a gift, like,
right.
Again, sometimes we have to like encourage that and be like, hey, we got you something, just so you know, like, or I got you something, you know.
Yeah.
And that might spark in their head, oh man, gotta get them something. Whatever, you know, that sucks. But like,
yeah,
just set expectations next time. That's all it is. I don't think he was doing it to be malicious.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I mean, 1 year is kind of a big deal, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I get it.
Yeah.
Like, year 2, okay, we've been doing this a little bit longer.
Yeah.
The next one I have is my mother-in-law is trying to ignore my anniversary because of church. I, 20-year-old female, have been married for 2 years today. My husband is 20 years old as well. We got married young and we had a son when we were 18 and loved each other so very much, but that's a different story. Today's our anniversary, as I said. It is Monday, and my mother-in-law is very religious. She always has been, which has never been an issue to me. My husband and I are not very religious, but we're not against it either. For a while now, my mother-in-law has been honest about baptizing our kids, attending church weekly, and all of that stuff. But we aren't interested, and my husband has told her several times. Well, this week is her birthday, and unbeknownst to me, she was really expecting us to go to church this week as a early birthday present. My husband works Sundays, and he always has. She knows how he can't take off every Sunday to go to church, as I'm a stay-at-home mom right now because we just had a baby 2.5 months ago. Last night she called my husband ranting about how she does so much for us and we did not show up for her. He apologized and said he was unaware that this day was so important to her, but explained that he needs to pay our bills while I'm off of work taking care of our children. She did not care and hung up the phone. Because we have 2 kids at such a young age, 2.5 months and 2 months, we decided each grandma would take our kids to make it, or one kid to make it easier. I cannot read tonight. She was supposed to take our oldest while we went out to dinner for our anniversary, which we had reservations for, and she's known about this for over 2 weeks. She's now ignoring all of our calls, including one about the kids. I'm worried we will have to cancel and stay home because we are going to a very nice restaurant that would just not be enjoyable if we were having to hold a toddler while trying to eat. For context, she does not invite me, just him. So yes, I technically could have gone, but she does not care if I'm there, only him and the kids. My husband said he is giving her 2 hours, and if he does not hear from her, then we will call someone else. I'm just disappointed. She knows we never get dates, and it feels almost premeditated to pick today of all days to ignore him. Just want some advice, honestly. I usually let my husband handle this, but if I feel targeted, guys, I cannot read. The CBD drink is getting my butt right now. Sorry. So if you're like, Kelly, why can you not read? It's because of my bevy. My brain's not working. I mean, I normally can't read. I mean, I normally can't read that well, but like that was a struggle. That sucks, dude. It's hard because like it sounds like you don't have a good relationship with your mother-in-law, right?
Correct.
Which already doesn't help the situation. And then on top of that, her birthday just passed, and then she knew you had these dinner reservations and yada, yada, yada. I think that you should have shown up for your mother-in-law's birthday if that's what she wanted. If she wanted you to, I mean, I know she doesn't invite you, but she wants the kids to be there. So whatever you guys have going on, I think that you still should have shown up for her birthday. And maybe that's just me. Like, I know you don't like to go to, or not that you don't like to go to church, you just don't frequently go and whatever. But I just think that you probably should have gone. Now, the fact that she's ignoring you means that she's being petty, obviously.
Yeah. That's controlling, manipulative behavior.
Yes, very manipulative. And I think it's a little crazy that you let your husband only talk to her. That's a whole different thing we can unpack, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I don't know. I think that you are better off. You want to hold my hand if you're watching the video. Laurel just trying to hold my hand. But I think you're better off just finding another sitter. And I know last minute can be difficult, but can your mom not watch both of your kids? I don't have children, but I have babysat multiple kids at multiple instances. So I think it's doable. But Laurel probably has some better perspective because she has 2 children. And sometimes we'll divide and conquer when she has people babysit them.
Yeah, I mean, we do divide and conquer, especially if it's like an overnight thing. More so because it is hard to do 2, especially with my 2 that don't sleep, and a 2-month-old and a 2.5-year-old, probably kind of same boat. Mm-hmm. But like, did she say if they're sleeping over?
No, she did not.
Okay, so like, I'm gonna assume no. So I'm gonna assume. I mean, I'm sorry, a 2-month-old baby.
Yeah, it's probably not doing much compared to the 2.5-year-old.
Yeah, it's like pretty easy probably. So I feel like
your mom could
probably handle both. That's just my take.
Yeah.
And ask her. I mean, ask her kindly, but like, and tell her the situation. But unless you guys just don't trust or don't want to leave 2 of them with one person, also get that. But I would just ask.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to ask. And then if not, you better start finding somebody else.
Yeah. Ask a friend.
Yeah, ask somebody like you trust.
Yeah.
That like would help you in a bind. Like if Laurel texted me and was like, "Hey, this is the situation," and I was off, I'd be there.
Yeah.
You know, like even if I had plans, like whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And you need those people. So if you don't have that person in your corner, you have other priorities you need to figure out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey Girly Pops, are you tired of your hair not growing, thinning out, or even just feeling dull? I have the perfect product for you. Hair oiling is so in for 2025, and Rejuvenique Oil is the liquid gold you're missing. Head over to my Instagram and message me at Jenny Lynn Hops, and we can get you started on your best hair journey yet.
Okay, mine, this one is like a little sad, but it's real. My husband died 2 months ago at 33. Our 10-year marriage anniversary is Friday. Do you guys do anything special? Work and ignore it? I have the day off from work before his death. I don't know if I'll feel able to work that day, but I don't want to sit at home alone. And someone commented, and I just wanted to read it because, like, obviously we don't have experience with this.
Yes.
This lady commented, my wedding anniversary is Friday as well, 22 years. My husband passed 8.5 years ago, and I think I do something different every year. This time I have to work, go to my AA meeting, and then have dinner with a friend. I also want to tell another friend my love story from when my husband and I first met to the moment he passed. I'm doing my whole day as a tribute to my husband. Her love that I have a job at a library, would love that I'm in AA, would love that I'm having dinner with a friend, would love that I'm telling a story. I guess the point is there are so many ways to honor your wedding day in marriage. Do what feels right for you and include what you wish to include and who you wish to include. It's a day to celebrate, whether it's just a brief thought. And I had to read that because I'm like, I don't know. I don't have someone directly in my life that is dealing with something like that. But I've heard and have talked to people that have lost spouses or a boyfriend at a young age. Like they all thought you were going to get married. And I just can't imagine. That has to be hard.
Yeah.
Especially young. I feel like it's like when you're older, it's like it's hard. Especially because you live more life with them. Mm-hmm. But I feel like the younger you are, it's like you have so much life to live still. Especially if there's like kids involved. I don't think there are. But it's like, yeah, you don't want to just like work the day away and be like, well, I was supposed to be off with my husband for our anniversary. But you also don't want to sit and think about it and stay at home alone all day. And like, I just can't imagine. And I just want to say like, my heart goes out to you and any other wife, listening to this, or, you know, partner or whatever listening to this that has dealt with it. Because that has to be really hard. Celebrating an anniversary that you should be celebrating with the person you love, and you're celebrating it alone.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like that's different than like a birthday of somebody who's passed. Especially like just for the intimacy part. Like, you know, like you're in love with that person. Like, not saying that you don't love any other family members, but your significant other is much different, you know?
Like, you chose to marry them. You chose to spend the rest of your lives together.
Yeah. I think it can go both ways if you want to work or not. But I do think that if you take the day off, I like the idea of honoring them and doing the things that they would want to do. So if my husband passed away tomorrow, next year for our anniversary, like I would play golf in the morning. Like I would go to one of his favorite restaurants. I would have a Mick Ultra or an old fashioned, like, you know, obviously God, please do not do that to me. But like, that's what I would do, you know,
with like a good friend or like his mom or like
somebody close,
someone that knew him and loved him too. And
can share that with you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you want to do it alone, also do it alone. But like, I feel like that is a day that like you do need a loved one by you.
Yeah. And I'm kind of against, hot take, I'm kind of against going to their gravesite if they chose to be buried on the anniversary of their death or on their wedding anniversary or whatever. And that's because I think it makes it feel too real. Like for me, like, so I'm sure I talked about this before, but my brother passed away when we were kids. And I think if I went to see him, like I don't live in Pennsylvania anymore, but if I did and I went to go see him frequently, like, or only went to go see him on like important days, it would be harder for me. Versus like if I just went to go see him on any random day, I think it would be different. Yeah. You know, I don't know. Tomato, tomato. I don't know.
I know. I'm like, I feel like I'd do it all.
Yeah. Like I think it really depends. And I think it's very specific. And I think it's whatever you think they would want for you to do. Yeah. So like Laurel said, our hearts go out to you. I can't even imagine. So moving right along to our favorite part of the Advice with KNL series is, am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for saying our anniversary is not a holiday? My 22-year-old partner and I, 23, had our 4-year dating anniversary today. Earlier this winter, we agreed that we would not be doing gifts this holiday season because money is tight right now. For family, I sent small things to my siblings who are significantly younger than me, but did not do anything for friends or other than sending out holiday cards. The problem came up yesterday when I was talking about how excited I am to give my partner their anniversary gift. When I said this, my partner was mad and I was confused and asked why they were upset. They said they agreed to not give each other gifts this year for the holidays. I told him that I don't consider our anniversary as to be a holiday and that they also don't have to give me anything. This is just something I wanted to do. Then went on about how it is unfair when people say they aren't going to do gifts and then one person does it anyway because it makes the other person look and feel bad. I once again said I don't expect anything, but our anniversary is also not a holiday. They said I lied about not giving gifts by making one. I made this gift for him. I felt terrible. In the end, we agreed I would just give the gift next month for Valentine's Day. Sorry, I'm pausing because that doesn't make sense. We have always given each other gifts for our anniversary, usually something handmade. I handmade a book, which I wrote out in calligraphy of poems and songs about love, and we like to lay together when I read poetry to him out loud. It will be a good gift one day or another, but I'm sad that my partner says it's my fault for lying. Do you think an anniversary is a holiday? So sorry, I paused because Valentine's Day is a holiday, so I'm very confused by that tidbit.
Yeah.
But maybe your finances will be back in check. It happens. It can happen overnight. You never know. So I'm not going to judge you. But so I think anniversaries are not a holiday. I agree. But I think that if I had that conversation with my spouse, I would ask them as our anniversary approached, does that fall into the holiday category? You know?
Same.
But also they said that they, sorry, I just went so blank. They also said that they make gifts for each other. So it's like,
yeah,
but gifts can be, like, gift making can be expensive.
for sure.
You know, like I've made gifts in the past. Like I made a gift this year that was expensive, you know?
For sure.
So I don't know. I don't think it's a holiday though. I think that I would have thought they were separate, but I definitely probably would have confirmed with my spouse or my boyfriend or whatever if it was in question.
No, same. 100%. Am I the asshole? Husband says our anniversary is just another day. Basically the title. Today is our anniversary as a married couple. I was very excited to celebrate. Fast forward, my husband tells me he was planning on going out with his friends in the city tonight, New York City. Since he hasn't seen them in a bit and we are back in his hometown visiting his family. As much as I wanted to understand this, I was slightly hurt. I couldn't help but think it was pretty sad that he wanted me to spend our anniversary alone at his dad's house. Then he proceeded to tell me that he just doesn't like celebrating stuff like anniversaries and it's just another day to him. Somehow it got turned into me being manipulative for saying it was a little inconsiderate to have to see his friends tonight, as I encouraged it all week before. And tonight is our last night here, but I kept telling him to make plans before, since we've been here for a week now. Am I the asshole for wanting to spend my anniversary with my husband? No.
I was going to judge you if you said yes. I was like, girl, bye.
No, I mean, it seems manipulative on his part.
Yes.
To wait until the last night of y'all's trip to hang out with his friends on y'all's anniversary. Because why didn't he hang out with them the other nights that and maybe his friends weren't available?
Right.
I understand. But
it
like,
happens, you know?
Yeah. But like it's your anniversary. Or like y'all could have celebrated it like the last 4 days or whatever. Like
right.
That's the other thing. I don't think you are though. I think he is. And saying it's just another day to him, while I understand and some people are like that, it's not just another day to you. And that's what he needs to take into consideration.
Correct. Yeah, I agree. I think that you're not the asshole for that. I would literally leave my husband in New York City and catch the next flight, drive home. I'm kidding. That seems a little dramatic. I'm not that dramatic.
I was going to say, no, you wouldn't.
But I would literally just sob myself to sleep.
Yes, you would.
Those that know me know I'm a crier. I can't help it. I'm an emotional girly. But yeah, you're not the asshole. Like Laurel said, she took the words right out of my mouth. Why didn't he do these things the days prior? Why didn't he mention it to you? Like, there's like a lot of red flags.
Like, they're
I'm
waving.
sorry. Yes, they are waving in the air.
I'm just confused. Speaking of toxic, are y'all watching Love is Blind? Because there's just some toxicity. But I can't talk about it much because Kelly's not updated.
Yeah, I'm only on episode 3.
Yeah, so we'll get there. We'll get there, guys.
Yeah. That's my plan for the rest of the night, is to have my nice bevies and watch some TV until I fall asleep.
I was about to make you go live.
Live? I will go live.
Okay, perfect.
No, I want to go live. Actually, funny story that this morning, our sweet friend Jenny, you guys are like, please bring Jenny on the pod. We need to get Jenny on the pod.
We need to get
guests on the pod, period. But I feel like we talk about Jenny enough that it's like,
she'll probably be our first guest.
She'll probably be our first guest.
Correct.
And then we'll probably bring our husbands on.
Yeah.
And then other
Maybe.
random, maybe.
Well, we'll keep with the girlies. Maybe Kelsey Ballerini.
Kelsey, I don't know how many times we have to tell you this, girl. You're going to be in Charleston in April. We know it because we're going to be there too. So just come over afterwards. Like, also, I don't know about you, but if we see anything about her going out after the show, we're going, right?
Oh, yeah, we're talking. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was already going to talk to you about that.
But instead of going to a bar, like, you're probably going to end up at Shelter or like something on the creek.
Somewhere on some creek.
Or
end up at our studio.
Yeah, just like drive to my house. Don't worry, my dog is sweet. It'll be fine.
You'll love her.
Yeah.
We'll get Chase can come too.
Yeah, Chase can come too.
We'll give y'all some drinks and then we can go after. Yeah, we'll take you to Honky Tonk.
Yes.
I doubt you've been to the Honky Tonk, Kelsey.
Yes.
And you'll love it.
Yeah, you will.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Post a clip of that on TikTok so she sees it.
No, we should. We love you, Kelsey.
We love you.
We're girls. But we will see you in April. We're
So
super
excited.
stoked. But anyway, well, this has been so much fun. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a vibe. The late night chats.
Know the vibes.
The late night chats.
Y'all are getting like, this is the longest episode they've had in a long time, and it's because we're also just catching up with each other and we haven't seen each other. So yeah.
Anyway,
Thanks for coming to our TED Talk.
Yeah, and well, we're not. I was gonna say we'll catch you on the live, but we're not gonna be there. Anyway, all right. This has been fun.
See you next week. Bye. Thank you, besties, for joining us. Go check out our latest TikTok and comment what you want to hear us talk about next. See you again next time. Bye.